My name is Nora Hale. I'm 28, born to a family that measures affection in portfolios. They wear sharp suits, I wear scuffed boots, and run a climate consultancy born on a wobbly cafe table. My sister Celeste went from valedictorian to old Seattle money like gravity. I left banking to chase wind maps and grid models, which to my parents looked like career suicide. Last Thanksgiving, in a marble kitchen above Capitol Ridge, Celeste called me a loser before her husband's circle. She didn't know I'd been quietly drafting the future their company was courting. Next week, I'll present that future under my name while they listen. I parked my sun-faded Civic between a Tesla and a Lexus and faced their townhouse, glass, stone, ego. The steps seemed to judge my boots. Grant Whitman opened the door in a navy blazer. I held out a bottle of Willamette Pinot that cost 2 skipped lunches. "Happy Thanksgiving," I said. "Kitchen's this way," he replied, eyes already searching beyond me. Inside was beige perfection, cold, gleaming, curated. Laughter clinked like silver. Celeste's voice rose, theatrical. "Everyone, the loser is here." A brittle hush, then obedient laughter. "Kidding," she added. "My sister consults for green startups. Noble, not lucrative." Heat burned my cheeks. I gripped the bottle like a shield. "That's not accurate," I said. Grant lifted his glass. "Halcyon Energy's launching a sustainability push. Some outfit, Alpine Renewables, fed us brilliant analysis. Board loved it, reshaped our 5-year plan." My breath lodged. Alpine was our conduit. We'd built those models. I left before dessert, rain needling my coat, a storm forming behind my ribs. This wasn't humiliation anymore. It was a map. I drove home through wet streets, mind roaring. In my attic studio, I kicked off my boots and FaceTimed Mark Rivers, co-founder, analyst, equal parts cynic and compass. He answered from a co-working hive, whiteboards behind him tattooed with formulas and coffee rings. "Holiday triage?" he asked. "Worse," I said. Celeste performed. Grant bragged about Halcyon's new plan. The backbone came through Alpine Renewables. Mark's eyebrows climbed. Kestrel corridor, grid hardening, community solar rollout. I nodded, all of it. He went still. "Nora, that's our work." Silence settled, the heavy, tipping kind. "They don't know," he said finally. "Not yet," I replied, "but they're about to." By morning, we'd colonized our usual corner at Red Elm Cafe in Queen Anne. Ferns softened the spreadsheets. The wood floor groaned like an old ship. Mark had already pulled Halcyon's org chart. "Brace," he said, spinning his laptop. Grant Whitman, director of strategic planning, stared up at me from a grayscale headshot. My pulse punched hard. Mark traced a stack of internal briefs. Authorizations match his signature. "And this," he tapped a highlight, "is your fiscal model verbatim." I didn't bother to sit back. The air felt newly oxygenated. "We go direct," I said. "No intermediaries. If Halcyon is building on our map, they meet the cartographer." Mark grinned. "Already sent a packet. Executive summary, impact tables, your brief." My phone buzzed. Subject line, meeting request. Adrian Pike, Halcyon HQ. Emma Brooks from Alpine had forwarded the invite. Thursday, 3 p.m., board level. Halcyon's tower rose over the harbor like a thesis in glass. I arrived early, not to plead, just to breathe the space I'd already earned. Adrian Pike surprised me. Precise, gray at the temples, a teacher's calm. He opened a folder. "Kestrel forecasts, equity simulations, that's you." "All of it," I said. "Good," he replied. "I'm offering a 5-year partnership, 12 million total, reporting to me. And next week, at our Q4 summit, I want you to present the roadmap as its architect." I felt the room tilt and steadied it with a nod. Yes, the summit hall could have swallowed my apartment. Lights glowed. Beyond the glass, harbor cranes and Kestrel's ridge cut the sky. Adrian nodded. "Your room." I took the dais and proved it. Transmission upgrades, storage siting, equity zones, rate impacts, the model breathing on the screen. When I closed on community returns and jobs, the silence shifted from testing to assent. Applause rose, thin, then full. Grant was third chair left, notepad rigid. Celeste beside him, expression set. A director leaned toward Grant, shaping words I could read. She built this. By the windows, Celeste approached. You blindsided us. I held her gaze. I showed my work. Grant lifted a hand I didn't take. Congratulations, he said, learning the new gravity of the room. At the gala that night, I spoke once more. Last Thanksgiving I was called a loser, I said. Loss is only potential miscounted. Tonight the math is clear. The ovation landed like weather changing. Backstage, Mark pressed me a glass. We clinked. To maps, he said. To builders, I answered. Later, phone in hand, I sent Adrian one line. We're ready for the 5-year. His reply arrived before the screen dimmed. Welcome aboard, partner. I walked into the cold, the city shining, and felt the old mold crack behind me like thin ice.